What if the Mandela Effect isn't just a psychological phenomenon, but actual evidence of parallel universes colliding? Our reality is changing around us every second. Atoms vibrating, light waves crashing, particles tunneling. But what if amidst this constant flux, there was something more, some kind of collision of universes occurring right under our noses? The Mandela Effect, named after the global false memory of Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s, is often dismissed as a result of faulty cognition. But what if it's more than that? What if these seemingly random lapses in collective memory are actually glitches in the fabric of reality itself? In today's episode, we are going to dive into the most chilling cases of the Mandela Effect and uncover the shocking truth behind them. So buckle up and get ready to question everything you thought you knew about our universe, because we're about to blow your mind. Mandela's last escape. The year is 1984, and the world is a tinderbox of political tension. South Africa is gripped by unrest as calls for the release of Nelson Mandela from prison reach a fever pitch. But something strange is happening. People all over the world are receiving phone calls, their content varying but all centering around one thing: Mandela has escaped prison. News channels are abuzz, the public is outraged, and yet no one can confirm the reports. And then just as suddenly, it's over. Mandela remains behind bars. People go back to their lives and the incident fades into memory. Or does it? Fast forward to the early 2000s and the internet is alight with a new story. Nelson Mandela never died in prison. He escaped in the 1980s and has been living incognito ever since. This version of events seems ludicrous at first, but people are adamant. They remember the escape, the manhunt, the confusion, and yet there's no record of it. So who's right? Well, both versions. That's the unsettling conclusion reached by those investigating the Mandela Effect. Mandela did die in prison in 1967. His death was well documented. Yet some people vividly recall his escape in the 80s. How is that possible? Some attribute it to faulty memory or the spread of misinformation. Others believe it could be evidence of a parallel universe where Mandela did indeed escape. In this reality, perhaps he is living a quiet life somewhere in South Africa, or maybe he is even watching us right now from his secret hideout. The curious case of the Berenstain Bears. Children's literature is supposed to be a safe, predictable space filled with talking animals and life lessons. But even here, the Mandela Effect seems to have made an appearance. For many adults, the beloved children's books about a family of bears in a fictional place called Bear Country were known as the Berenstain Bears. Characters like Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and their son, Brother Bear, became staples of childhood for generations. But now the memories of millions seem to be coming back to them in vivid detail. It wasn't the Berenstain Bears they knew so well, but the Berenstain Bears. This shift in spelling has led to widespread confusion and debate. Is this another case of faulty memory, or is there something more sinister at play? For those who believe in the multiverse theory, this seems like a clear example of realities colliding. Perhaps in another universe, the Berenstain Bears do exist with the spelling we remember, while in ours, it's Berenstain. It's as if our reality is bleeding into others, leaving us with fragmented, inaccurate memories of the worlds we inhabit. The shifting sands of time. In the bustling metropolis of New York City, two men stand gazing up at the towering structure that dominates the skyline, the mighty Empire State Building. One turns to the other and says, "Isn't it amazing? King Kong climbed that building in 1933. His companion nods in agreement, adding, "Yeah, and the last time I checked, he didn't make it to the top." The first man looks puzzled. "What do you mean? Didn't he smash that building up when he climbed it?" A cold dread washes over his friend's face as he realizes that this alternate memory is being shared by many others. Their memories of the iconic film seem to differ drastically from the widely accepted narrative. While the details vary, one thing remains consistent: King Kong reaching the top of the Empire State Building unscathed and the building remaining intact. So, what's the truth? Well, for starters, King Kong never climbed the Empire State Building in 1933. That iconic scene was from the 1978 remake. In the original, the giant ape scaled the World Trade Center. Could this be another instance of the Mandela Effect? Are our memories shifting away from the past, rewriting history as we know it, or are we merely misremembering details of the films we've seen? If it's the former, then we might want to pay closer attention to what else we remember. After all, who's to say what other historical events might be affected by these reality shifts? The curious case of the Frito-Lay. Picture this. You're hosting a Super Bowl party, and your shelves are laden with an array of snacks. Among them is a bag of Fritos, a crunchy corn chip. That's a staple of any good party. But as you reach for the bag, you notice something strange. On the front, instead of the word Fritos printed in bold letters, it says Frito-Lay. Confused, you double-check the label, but it's clear that your memory of the snack brand is not what it once was. You remember it as Fritos, not Frito-Lay. This discrepancy might seem trivial to some, but for those who subscribe to the Mandela Effect theory, It's a red flag. If this phenomenon is real, then brands and logos we take for granted could be shifting before our eyes. In this case, it seems like Fritos changed its packaging sometime in the past decade, but online searches reveal no such change. The evidence is mounting. More and more people are remembering the classic Fritos branding, not Frito-Lay. So what's really going on here? Is this simply a case of misremembering? Or is it a sign that realities are merging, bringing with them different versions of the products we consume daily? The vanishing book titles. For avid readers, nothing beats the feeling of holding a new book in their hands. The crisp pages, the rich illustrations, the promise of a new adventure. But recently, something strange has been happening. People are opening their books to find that the titles they remember so well are not what they expected. It's as if the words on the page are mocking them, a cruel joke played by their own memories. Take, for example, the classic novel, The Lord of the Rings, by J.R.R. Tolkien. Generations of readers have been captivated by the epic tale of hobbits and wizards. But now, many are finding that the title of the book they love has changed to The Lord of the Rings. The same goes for countless other titles. Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None has become And Then There Were None. Even the Bible, a book whose words are believed by many to be immutable, is not immune to this strange phenomenon. Passages that were once etched in the minds of believers are now being read as something different. Is this the Mandela Effect in action? Are our realities shifting, altering the very words we read and trust so dearly? Or is there another explanation, something more mundane, but equally unsettling? The erosion of our own minds. The evolving face of Facebook. In the tapestry of our digital lives, social media plays a prominent role. Platforms like Facebook have become virtual town squares where we connect with friends, share experiences, and absorb news. But lately, people have been noticing something peculiar about Facebook. Its logo, the iconic letter F in blue, seems to have undergone subtle changes, leaving users scratching their heads in confusion. For many, the F in Facebook has always been capitalized, a bold declaration of the platform's name. But now some are spotting lowercase fs, leading to an online frenzy. Memories are being dredged up, debates are raging, and theories are running rampant. Is this another instance of the Mandela Effect? Have we collectively misremembered the logo of a platform we use daily? Or is there something more sinister at play? A deliberate alteration of our digital landscape, a ploy to keep us off balance in a world where nothing is as it seems. The mirror has two faces. Amidst the cacophony of opinions, one stands out. The idea that we are not merely observers of reality, but active participants. Every thought, every action, ripples through the fabric of our existence, creating new pathways through the labyrinth of time. But what if this concept of free will is just an illusion, a mirage in the vast desert of our lives? What if our actions, our decisions, are all preordained, set in motion by forces beyond our understanding? Consider the countless instances where near misses and coincidences seem to shape our lives. The car that swerves just in time, the missed flight that saves us from disaster, the chance encounter that alters our path forever. Are these merely random occurrences, lucky breaks in the cosmic order of things? Or are they threads in a grand tapestry woven by an unseen hand, guiding us towards a predetermined destiny? So what do you think? Is the Mandela Effect merely a quirk of human memory or a sign of something more profound? We would love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to drop a comment below and join the conversation. And if you found this video intriguing, please hit the like button and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching.